The following is a presentation of the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. Student-led, student-centered, student-serving.
Welcome into the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network. I am your man, Jackson Gibbs. Alongside me is StVrainStorm. Josiah, how are we feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. Our girls tennis team has been playing really good recently, so should be a good match today against Erie Tigers. Right now we're watching Beyonce and Maria play against this one doubles Erie team.
Yeah, last time we were out here, we were able to cover first singles. You catch that 6-0, 6-0 dub, quick little dub. Today looking like a more challenging match against Erie.
Even their boys team was really good this season, so should be an interesting match to see. I know Beyonce and Maria have been playing really well together. So
yeah, they both started as singles players at the beginning of the year.
yeah, Beyonce was at 1 and Maria was at 2, I believe.
But we had some changes, Finally got our team set for the year.
Mhm.
But they've been playing really well at doubles. As we're just seeing them, they start short court warm-ups, getting the arms warm, and then as soon as they start feeling warmed up, move back to baseline just to get the full shots in, feeling the game-like shots.
Yeah, it's really important here to find your opponent's weakness and then attack during the match. It looks like a really nice day to play. Just a little wind, a little light breeze.
Yeah.
Sun's out though.
Yeah, so we're just watching them warm up, hitting it back and forth, baseline.
The Frederick girls are coming off a loss at Legacy, but we did show potential. We played really well against all their players, and Beyonce and Maria actually looked really good. They looked really aggressive, really hitting their serves in, so should be good to see today what they can do against Erie.
Yeah, it's really just a key to doubles is being aggressive, You want to try to get to the net as fast as possible. You want to try to get both your players to net. As I heard from a wise man, is you control the net, you control the game.
A wise man did tell us that, didn't he?
Yeah, so just like unlike singles where you're by yourself, you have a teammate, so you can be more aggressive.
Yeah, and you can come. I know it's like the court's bigger in doubles, but you control more.
Yeah.
Than in singles. And yeah, if you get both of them at the net, it's pretty much game. Point.
Yeah, so I really like to see some aggression out of the Frederick ladies today. Just trying to get to net as fast as possible.
And a big thing is that serving, super important. They need to get both their serves in because you don't want to be giving away any free points.
Yeah, as we'll be throwing it down on the court to Cole for his first hit.
And roaring. They're ready to go. They're ready to win. Today's going to be a great day. Back up to you.
Thank you, Cole. That's just some wonderful insight there from Cole Stanton. As you see, he's wearing the podcast shirt. Go ahead and check out that pod. Just posted one with your man, Jake Marzing. If you don't want to be disgusted, probably don't watch that.
It's a pretty funny pod, though.
It is pretty funny, so go check it out. And once you're checking out that podcast, just like, subscribe, stick around for more broadcasts and content.
Turn on the notifications so you get notified every time we post.
Spring sports has been pretty fun this spring. Had a lot of girls soccer travel that we've been missing because we're managers for girls tennis, but that's all right.
Yeah, us managing also helps us get like an insight of our team, which is really nice.
That's how we know so much.
That's why we're so smart.
As we're watching them finish up at baseline.
They can't be on the court like that. Well, for now it's alright, but like during the match starts, she can't.
Walk behind.
Be really corner. Her and Cole. They can like being there, but you can't really be close. I mean, they can until they get yelled at, but they cannot. Like technically, Carly shouldn't be there.
As we'll be right back on the Golden Eagle Broadcast Network.
Rocky students exist to build up the next generation, to live a life of purpose, influence, and faith. You see, we believe that when you discover purpose, you start to discover you have a reason to live. And when you discover you have a reason to live, you start to notice you have influence. And when you lean into that influence, you make an impact. This world needs people like you, the next generation, to discover your purpose and to decide today the leader you want to be tomorrow.
Excuse me.
Welcome back, Nice day out. Warm. Good day for tennis. A little breeze to cut down on the warmth. So it's not too hot.
Perfect day for tennis.
Yeah, not too windy, but a nice little breeze. Because I really hate playing in the wind.
Yeah, the wind sucks to play in. The ball is so unpredictable.
Yeah, that's true. That's like the only weather you can play in for tennis. Any other weather they have to cancel it.
Yeah. Rain. Snow.
As
Yep.
looks like Frederick's moving into some serve, just trying to get him dialed in before.
Got to really make sure those serves are warmed up.
Yeah.
When warming up for singles, I really try and make sure to spend like half the time on serves.
Yeah, you have about 10 minutes to warm up before matches, You can spend about first 3 minutes on just like short court baseline. You really want to get those serves in. It's a big part of the game.
It's a huge part.
Even
don't
on
wanna
working on returns too.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving away any free points. That's how every point starts.
Wise.
Wise. As we're coming into the final few minutes of warm-ups, match should start here soon.
Yeah, we're looking for it should be a pretty good match today. Erie is very well known for their tennis teams, girls and boys. And our tennis team has been playing well this season.
So yeah, and Maria and Beyonce are very good.
Yeah, they're a very solid doubles team.
They can be very aggressive when they want to, and then very consistent when they need to.
Whenever I was playing doubles, I was more on the aggressive side.
You were more on the aggressive side.
It's really fun to stay in net and just slam the balls down.
Yeah.
Show them who's the boss.
Me, when I play singles, I'm more aggressive from the baseline.
That is true. You have your high and heavy.
Just like to whack forehands back and forth.
Yeah, but also that you're kind of keeping it consistent.
Mhm.
Let the opponents make the mistakes.
Yeah, in doubles, there's not as much ground strokes.
Yeah.
In singles, it's more serving and at the net, volleys. That's why it's so important for doubles to work on that in practice, which we've been doing some drills with them, working on volley and
volley, footwork, switching. Big thing about doubles is also just communication.
that's a huge thing of it.
Just telling them who's got whose ball. Just knowing where you are on the court, knowing where your teammate is on the court, just so you don't get scored on.
Mhm.
As it looks like Erie's going to take their turn at hitting the serve, getting closer and closer to game time.
I say the biggest things for the Frederick girls team to do this match is to stay consistent, get both their serves in, and try to get to that net.
Yep.
Because if they stay consistent and let the Erie girls team make all the mistakes. I mean, that's how you win. That's how you win these tough matches.
Yep. Yeah, looking at just staying it consistent. Every shot doesn't have to be perfect. It just gotta be struck well into the court.
Yeah, make them make the mistakes.
Yep. Just keep it in. Ow. As we can see, we're just waiting for some team to serve. I don't know if they've done a racket spin yet.
I don't think they have
might
yet.
be doing that soon, just to decide who's serving, who's returning, and what side each team will start on. It's a very big key to the game, as we were talking about last time.
It's very crucial.
You want to be able to play with the weather. If you're serving, you want to try to stay with your eyesight out of the sun. You don't want to be staring at the sun when you try to go serve.
No. And, yeah, so when it comes to that racket spin, it really depends, but most of the time you want to pick serve. You want to start aggressive.
That is true.
And, yeah, it depends on every person, but I say, 90 out of 100 people are going to pick serve in.
Yeah. But if you're on that other side where you're picking what side you want to try to put your opponents on the worst side for serving. Either they're serving into the wind or they're serving with the sun in their eyes.
Yeah, so they don't get that head start.
Yeah, trying to even the playing field.
In singles, though, if you picked that, then you would have to go serve that next.
That is true, because singles you're serving every time.
Yeah, so you could either be nice to your opponent and then nice to yourself, or the other way around.
How would you usually do it? Would you be nice to your opponent?
If I normally get it, I'm nice to my... Well, if they're serving, then I'll be mean to them. I don't want them to start too aggressive, I'll send them to the sun side. I'll deal with it later.
That's aura.
Pretty much.
Send them to the sun side. As it looks like they're coming in for a racket spin, just to figure out what we were talking about, service, receiving side. That looks like they just had a discussion now. Switching sides, we'll see what side serves. It looks like Erie is serving first.
Looks like Maria and Beyonce are racing to see maybe who gets what side.
I mean,
do what you gotta do, I guess.
Looks like they tied, but
I guess maybe Maria won. They were maybe going for who gets the forehand side.
yeah, usually whenever you just pick who was better at which side, like who's better, forehands, backhands, If you're on the right side, you're most likely to get forehand serves. Left side, backhand serves, because they're trying to serve to the outside of you.
Yeah, because if you hit that corner, that's a great start to a point.
That is true. As they will start serving on the close side to us, A little wind blow towards us.
Looks like she swung a little too early on that,
It was
dragging
good.
it cross court.
Good idea, though. Good idea.
It was the right idea.
Cross court serves returns are probably one of the best shots you can get, unless you can get it down the line past the net person
Yeah, you gotta try to get past the person at the
to
net.
the alley. That's a big thing at net, is just making sure you can cover the alley.
Yeah. You want to control as much space as possible at the net.
As first serve will be into the net. Lining up second serve.
Goes for a high and heavy lob. Just hits it long.
You know, Beyonce, that's a good first stroke. Now try to attack them, that person. That person was
Yeah.
ready for the ball now.
Keep trying to get it away from the person at net.
That is true. That's the big thing. Also, just keep it away from net because those balls will be coming in fast from net.
Yes, they will. Great cross-court shot. But
No, double bounce. Almost got it. As Erie's taking a quick lead here.
return hit long by Beyonce again, but she'll get there. We've seen her forehands.
Yeah, you know, lost the first game, but you know we'll be back. You know, you just gotta rally back. As they'll be talking as they switch sides, you know, trying to figure out the game plan for this next game. You know, if I'm Frederick here, you know, you just gotta work on getting those balls in. You got excellent shot choices, shot looks, but you just couldn't finish it.
Beyonce lines up for the serve. Good communication by the Frederick team. Just misses it long again.
You just gotta keep it consistent. You gotta keep it in the court.
Great rally by both teams actually, but just happened to get the ball, Erie Tigers, to put it away.
Oh, yeah, hit a little lob. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lob to the net guy.
No, that's an easy shot for them to put away.
Erie will take a quick 2.
2-0.
You know, Frederick's trying to rally back.
I mean, they gotta stay more consistent. That's what they gotta do. But other than that, they're playing their best out there, and eventually those balls will drop in, and that's what they need.
The first serve is a little long.
Good hustle. Good hustle by Maria with a drop shot. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, excellent drop shot on the far side. I'm trying to get that girl from baseline to run up. Not able to get there in time. Double bounce for the point.
Wow, nice return by Maria to start the point, and then great finish for Beyonce.
Yeah, just excellent. Just being able to dig that one over for a little drop shot in.
Yeah, excellent change of direction too.
Yeah.
It was a great shot by Beyonce and great returns by Maria. That's what they need to do. Stay aggressive. Aggressive and consistent. Great hustle. Great hustle by Maria. Great return and great hustle by Maria.
As you can see, Frederick kind of hustling and like moving just to get back in this match.
I mean, it's working too.
Yeah.
That's what they got to keep doing. Keeping this pace.
I mean, looking at this shot right here, alley's wide open.
Good get.
Ooh, just some miscommunication there.
On
Both
Erie,
staring
yeah.
at the ball.
Can't do that in doubles. That's what we were talking about, communication.
But also, looks like their doubles are just moving in towards the middle of the court. Leaving the alleys wide open, which you cannot do in doubles.
No, because they had an easy down the line shot for the returner.
Yep. You gotta feel horrible if you're a net there and you just see the ball go down the alley.
Oh, yeah.
Because your one job.
One job to watch the alley and give it up. And it looks like Frederick got that game, making it
1-2.
1-2. Got to keep the pace. As Maria's turn to serve, see if she can keep any pressure. Try going a run real quick. Just misses to the right.
Good hustle there on that point. Just ran through the ball. Usually you want to set your feet before you swing.
But it's okay to run through it too.
Whenever you run through, you want to try to hit a slice though, not to use any of your forward movement to carry that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, because it's really hard to make the ball drop
Yeah, so you want to hit
when
that
running
slice.
through it. Mm-hmm. Serve just long for Maria.
Right idea from Beyonce there, just not able to get the angle on it. You know, had her racket facing up a little bit, just sent it up and out of the court.
I mean, gotta keep doing that though. Keep going for those shots. Eventually they'll
Yeah,
drop.
you gotta keep it aggressive in net. You know,
Of course.
because it looks like Erie will take that 3-1 lead.
We've been working a lot with their serves lately, so we're kind of tweaking it around. Maybe that's making it a little inconsistent, but in the long run, it'll really help them out.
Yeah. As we're just waiting for Erie to set up for the serve. As looks to be called a let, you know, hitting that just barely before. Easier to call lets and doubles and singles, I just feel like.
Yeah, it is very hard to call lets and singles. Since you're so far back.
And also the ball's moving way faster.
Mm-hmm. Slice serve. Beyonce barely gets it. Great shot by Beyonce. Erie just couldn't get it down in time, but
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you get that racket face down. You know, she had it kind of open up towards the top. You saw as it just bounced up and out of the court. Again, with that slice serve. As I told you, Maria just going down the line there. Looks like
Great.
they're running I formation.
I think what happened was Maria hit a great shot down the
Nice.
line that it kind of got them out of position, which worked really well in their favor. Well done by Beyonce and Maria.
Well, I know whenever we play doubles together, we love playing I formation, you know.
Yeah, letting the guy at the net be super aggressive.
Yeah, it's
in that
basically just
formation.
like, instead of playing doubles as you're on both sides, you're playing 2 singles matches together.
Yeah, it lets the guy at the net be super aggressive.
Yeah, and just, you gotta make sure, if you're baseline, you know, you just gotta be there in case any ball slip through.
Goes for a low shot, just didn't get under it in time. Hits the net, but
You know, tape, it's not a bad shot.
no, it just means you're like
You're
1
that
or
much
2
closer
inches. Yeah.
to going over the ball going over the net. Ooh.
Oh, good gets from Maria. Great rally from both teams.
You know,
That was a
Beyonce,
great-
yeah, she's got to get lower on those.
Yeah, just gotta be a little more prepared for that. But other than that, great rally from both teams.
Yeah, you know, if you're sitting that, if you're on net, you know, you want to try to keep your ball. You know, I mean, rack it up at all times. Just 1 to defend yourself, and 2 just to get shots.
Yeah, gotta be prepared up there. Oh, Right idea, though. That's what you want to do. If you can't hit over,
Hit it low.
hit low, hard and low to them.
Yep.
Those shots are so hard to get at the net.
But from there, you really just want to hit a draw shot out of that.
Yeah,
You want to
probably.
kind of slice it up out of that.
Great hustle from Erie. Great hustle from Erie, and then what a shot to put it away. Frederick's still playing hard and still attempting to get those, and that's what you need to do. Score looks to be 1-4 now. Erie up. They still need 2 more games, so it still gives Frederick some more time to come back. And
This is where you really want to kick it in the high gear if you're Frederick. You don't want to go down 5 and have your back against the wall all the time. You want to try to at least get 2 games off of him.
yeah, this is where you want to get going. You should be fully warmed up now, and yep.
See Frederick talking to each other, trying to make a game plan to get back into this game.
They still need to continue to be aggressive and tennis is not built for this, bro. That's what I'm Are we on commercial?
No.
Nope.
Are we on commercial? What the air ball? Let's be honest, I had a nice shot down the alley, Net person missed it, just a good shot.
Just a little long, but got to keep hitting those. Keep attempting to do that. That's what you want to do.
As the wind is picking up a little bit more now.
Make it a little more challenging to hit.
Ooh.
Hits her in the foot, but she seems to be okay.
Yeah, took a ball right to the ankle, That hurts, but gotta be a trooper. He's a little pain. You feel me? That's another scary thing about playing doubles is just always being scared of getting hit with the ball.
I bet that is scary.
you can get hit with the ball from the opponents coming at you at net or just even from your own teammate. Ooh. Good backhand from Beyonce there, able
Cross
to,
court.
yeah, hit the line, outside line.
Yeah, it makes them really get out of position when you
Mhm.
move them, and that's what you want to do.
Ooh. That's a good short shot from Erie's side, just returning that serve on the short side. Beyonce not able to get there.
Yeah, doing the same thing, trying to get them out of position. It's big in doubles. Making them scramble.
The second serve kind of short.
Nice shot from Maria.
Good shot from Maria, and then just hitting that ball down. But
That's what you gotta do. Be aggressive at net.
yeah, what I've been seeing is Beyonce does serve on the inside line, kind of like she's playing singles, leaving that service return cross court wide open. So,
Yeah, set up well by Beyonce and then finished by Maria.
yeah. Good serve, trying to seek the inside line. Just a little long on that one.
Maria goes for the poach. And great volley from Erie.
That's where just you gotta be spread out on the court there, be able to hit the ball back, just be able to get there, at least have a shot. I hate having winners hit on you.
Down the line.
Good first serve. Good call, a little long. Good poach there from Maria,
Yeah, way to be aggressive. I like what Frederick's doing right now, being aggressive.
Yeah, just that's one way to turn the table, just be really aggressive at net.
Yeah.
First serve just a little bit long. Now it looks like it came off the racket weird. Serve just a little long on that one.
Good power, though.
Mm-hmm. He was gonna work on just contacting that ball higher and getting the angle of your racket more down.
Nice cross-court shot by Erie.
Yeah, I was saying, because Beyonce is serving from the inside, like she's playing singles, she's leaving that cross court wide open.
Mm-hmm.
And just gotta, if you're gonna serve from the inside, you just gotta be able to get to the outside faster.
Yeah. She's too used to playing singles, it looks like. Just a little long by Beyonce. Right idea, though.
You know, yeah, as Erie's been just hitting cross-court returns on them. As serve will come, you know. Frederick is down 5-1, you know, fighting in this hole now, trying to get back.
I mean, they're staying with it. Most of these games are close. Slicer just wide.
Yeah, she has a lot of power on that slicer, but just... Ooh. Did she hit her?
I couldn't see from here, but it kind of looked like it, didn't it?
It does not feel good to be hit by your partner. I will tell you that much. You're just sitting there, you just get hit in the back with the ball, and it kind of hurts.
Off their serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Yeah, off the serve too, yeah. Oh.
Great rally by Frederick.
Yeah, just excellent rally, you know.
Way to stay consistent, making Erie make the mistakes, and got to keep doing that.
Yeah, Maria just hitting those balls back from baseline, you know. They're low, and just being able to get those balls back into the game.
Yeah, you got to keep doing that. That's how you're going to beat Erie.
Slicer. Ooh, right idea from Beyonce there, just trying to get down the line.
And it was open. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I was telling him earlier.
Yeah, if you see that alley open, you got to attack that right away. Don't hold up there.
You want to do a Cole hit?
And it looks like Erie took the first set 6-1. Hoping Frederick can come out.
Tell him to talk about how Erie took a dominant win. Tell him to say like that Erie took a fast win, and just so Frederick has to rally back.
Tell Cole to talk about how
Okay. Tell him to hurry up, because they only have like a few minutes before the next set starts. As we're waiting for the second set to start, you know, what are some things you had going into that one? You know, just being aggressive. Yeah, as Cole will have some more for that. I'm setting it down to Cole. It's a lot different being on the court than being outside the fence, you know.
It's a lot different.
He can see a lot more than we can.
He can. And he can, like, hear more conversations, what they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
As we get back, hopefully Frederick can start this second set fast. Being aggressive, staying consistent from the baseline. That's what you got to do.
I don't know anything about tennis, bro.
Cannot be on the court. Hey, Ian, tell them they cannot be on the court.
You guys go to like the bleachers. You guys keep going. All three. You go to like the bleachers. Tell Wise go to the bleachers.
Yeah, as we can tell, Marie just with that high serve we've been teaching her, just the high toss, you know. Yeah, it looked like Beyonce was there just trying to put the ball away, just unable to hit a little long in the slam, you know. Really just gotta flick the wrist more on that.
They'll drop eventually. Got to keep going for those, though.
Yeah, it's really just end that. You really just want to flick that wrist. You know, first serve is just a little long. You know, just gotta keep it dialed in. You know, at least gotta get the second serve in. You hate double fault here.
Great volley from Erie to put away that rally.
Yeah, great. Just drop shot there.
It's a good rally, though. Consistent from both ends.
Great shot from Beyonce there. You know, just hit 2 back-to-back net shots. You know, just controlling that net. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I gotta stay aggressive.
Ooh, good hustle and net there.
Good reaction time. As Erie goes up again, still we have a chance. Gotta keep being aggressive, fighting for survival at this point. But Frederick's got it. Beyonce and Maria just gotta keep staying aggressive. As Erie goes back to serve, want to try to return this aggressively. Even look for that down the line as we were talking about. Goes for the cross court instead and just shanks it, which happens in tennis a lot.
Framing the ball is gonna be probably one of the worst shots as like a player as you feel when you hit
Yeah,
it.
the worst feeling shots.
Kind of like hitting a brick in basketball.
Like when you go up for the three, wide open three, and then you just break it.
Yeah, it's just like that's how it feels.
That is how it feels. Little long on the first serve. Got to be aggressive with this return. Every time you get a second serve, you want to try to be as aggressive as possible. Most players just tap it. Ooh, just long from Beyonce.
No, as a serve, you want your first one to be about 100% of your power. You want to kind of cut it down to about second serve about 70. You know, you want to keep it. You still want to keep some speed on it, but you just want to make it.
You want to make it in. No
Yeah.
free points. And if you're struggling with both serves, you want to switch up and go second serve for first
Yeah.
and second.
Yep. Even if you can take it down, like you can start 70 and then go down to like 60, 50.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Right idea, you know, just
Right idea, being
add
aggressive.
the racket down a little too much, and just instead of swinging through that one, she decided to punch it.
Right idea, though.
It is, yeah, good idea. Ooh, hit a red zone that person, which you do not want to do.
You do not want to do that, but looked like she was going for the down the line, but Beyonce gets ready for her serve.
Lost the ball, but it happens to the best of us.
Except me.
Shut up.
Great serve.
Ooh.
Marie just missed. Great point from Frederick. That's what you gotta do. Stay aggressive.
You know, serve looks good there. You know, just got a little loans in that.
Great job from Beyonce. Being aggressive from the baseline. That's what you gotta do. Was consistent and aggressive. Keeping her back. Attempted the poach. Maria trying to be aggressive. I like it, but just misses.
Just didn't get there fast enough, didn't get enough yourself, or didn't give herself enough area to hit that ball. Right idea, good hustle, just getting to the far corner, you just got to get over there and hit that ball. First serve had a good speed on it, but it was just a little long.
Yeah, very powerful. That's what you want to keep doing. Good second.
Ooh. Good net work by Maria there. 3 shots back to back, just hitting them down. That's where you want to aim. You want to aim down towards the court and let it bounce higher above your opponent so they can return it. That's where I just missed a little bit.
Oh, misses the second
Ooh,
serve.
hate to see
Giving
that
away.
happen.
Can't be giving away free points. Looks like Erie takes another game.
Erie takes a 3-0 lead in the second set.
It's alright, plenty of time for Frederick to still come back.
Yeah, but Erie is cruising towards this win. But if you're Frederick, you just gotta take the shots that they give you. They're leaving the alleys wide open. You just gotta risk it. You gotta hit that shot.
Gotta start being more aggressive.
It's a costly double fault. I hate to see that happen. Can't talk with them when they're on this side. They get mad. Back-to-back double faults. You do hate to see that happen. Just falling apart here. Oh my God, bro. SSI just continues to drop stuff.
That's my mistake.
Did you tell me about Ross?
What?
When you got yelled at Ross for dropping the weights.
Okay. Cut it out.
You're a criminal.
Let's continue to call tennis. How about that?
Well, you're just sitting there on your phones, though.
Nope. That's the shot you want to hit, though.
3 double faults. Just keeps it at this rate, looking like she's going to double fault the game away.
Frederick would not be mad at. had the volley down the line, just barely hit the tape.
Ooh. Unlucky shot there from Frederick. Just bounced off the top net.
Yeah, I hate when that happens in singles. Nice shot from Erie.
As it looks like we're going into deuce. Looks to be at out Erie and given to the advantage to Frederick. Frederick just looking to put up this game away.
Serve just long. Good hustle from Beyonce. Good point, though. Good volley from Erie. Frederick's got to start getting a little more aggressive, going for that put away earlier.
Every double fault again, putting it back in the deuce.
Frederick's got to take this opportunity that Erie's giving them. Great point from both teams. Great hustle from Beyonce to get the ball. Maria missed, but
Yeah, just
that's what they got to keep doing, out hustling.
these two teams just battling back and forth. That's back to out for Erie. Ooh. It's been a long deuce.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, which you love to see. Frederick showing that they're still in it.
Yeah, if I'm just looking for their first win of the set, first game.
First game of this set.
They're just trying to battle back into this one. was unable to return that one as Erie has the added advantage now. Maybe Erie put it away at this point.
Frederick's got to keep fighting.
Ooh,
Good
unable
serve.
to return it, you know.
Good serve from Erie.
That game is finally over, you know. Way back and forth on the dudes, you know, add in, add out, add in, add out. Erie just finally be able to put the game away.
I mean, you love to see that competitiveness
Mm-hmm.
in both teams fighting back and forth for the game.
Beyonce just hit a ball into the field. You know, that's really fun to do. Dead balls.
That is fun to do.
You know, you don't want to practice with dead balls because you're never gonna play with them. So,
Yeah, and they don't really bounce, so
Mhm.
it's very hard.
so whenever we have them in practice, we just decide to hit them out. You know, let the world take them.
Only when coach lets us, of course.
Of course, of course.
Of course. Nice serve from Maria, and Erie just hits the return just wide.
Yeah, most of the dead balls we have actually, they usually go to dogs, and into the science teachers for their chairs. Just high. Looks like the wind kind of got that one, you know, as the wind's blowing towards the left side of the court.
Nice serve from Maria.
Yeah, nice low serve.
Keeping it aggressive. Keeping the pressure. Really making Erie win it. Not just giving away the rest of the games. That's what you gotta do. Good communication from Frederick.
Yeah, but
Calling whose ball is whose.
yeah, we always want to make sure you're talking, letting people know. As Frederick was able to get that game. As Frederick takes a 1-4.
Keeping the pressure, making Erie really fight through it.
God dang it. Can you hear me? Josiah's the only one watching right now. Oh, why? I don't know where we're broadcasting tennis. It's okay. Again, we can see Erie with a slice serve.
Slice is one of the best serves you can hit in tennis. Ooh, great return by Beyonce straight at her opponent. And that always works. Beyonce just had it, just swung too fast. On those volleys, you want to make sure you just hit it very carefully. Great hustles from both teams. Beyonce played that very well. Keeping it high to the person at net. Got to keep doing that. Just long from Maria. Right idea, though. Staying consistent. Making Erie hit an extra ball.
Mm-hmm.
Good communication. Oh, just skids over the net.
You know,
Unlucky
I
shot.
hate to see that happen, you know.
That's the worst feeling in tennis, really.
You know, thinking it's about to hit net, and it just bounces over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, just missed
Ooh.
from Beyonce. Right idea, though.
They had the shot lined up, and it just hit a little too early.
We'll get those, though. Well set up by Maria, though.
Yeah, you can, as doubles, you know, you can really just set up your partner with, like, hitting a deep shot, get in the base on the lob it up 2% net.
Nice volley from Erie. Straight in between both them. Good volley poach from Erie.
You know, if you're a Frederick here, you know, you've seen them poach that middle. You want to hit it down the line, down the alley.
Yeah, watch that down the line.
Because you're...
That's a easy free point right
yeah,
there.
easy free point. 4. The score is by
No,
it's by 11:15.
it's 1-5.
Or, what? Oh.
Great playing from both sides of the court. Beyonce was playing very aggressive, which you'd like to see, making Erie really work for these final games, these final points.
As Frederick just trying to battle back into this game, you know. It's not
Gotta-
done yet.
Just hits the net, but right idea though. We're coming down to our final points. Frederick's got to stay aggressive. Keep doing what they do. Nice backhand from Beyonce. Still making this Erie team work for their final points.
Ooh.
Nice shot from Maria right at.
You know, really, yeah, you really want to hit it towards their feet. Make them move.
Yeah, make them get out of position, make them feel uncomfortable.
A little long to the,
Right idea though.
yeah.
Hit to that corner.
You know, you want to spread them out on doubles. You want to spread them.
Good get.
Ooh.
Oh, what a shot by Erie. Good reaction time at the net there. And that looks like it will be match. Erie takes it 6-1, 6-1.
You know, love to see not getting a bagel.
Yeah, I mean, Frederick, we played aggressive. We played well.
You know, definitely got some things we don't work on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
well-
we did fight till the end, which was
Yeah.
nice.
You know, we have tough week this week. You know, Erie.
Erie is a good tennis school.
Then we have Silver Creek next. We have Thursday, Silver Creek at Silver Creek.
Away at Silver Creek, yes.
So we'll be working on some of the things in practice. You know, just getting them dialed in for the upcoming season.
That's the plan.
As Cole's just down there talking to our first dubs, just get ready for this. As we'll throw it down to Cole on the court with our first doubles.
Keep playing and try to keep the attitude up, because we've experienced that is a very important factor in winning or even just playing games.
For me, it's having a good mindset and keeping a positive attitude. You know, we win or lose, I know that we both have fun with each other's company.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back up to you.
Sadly, did not catch the dub today, but played excellent. No, nothing to be mad about.
Nothing to be mad about.
Yeah, we can always just add to the game.
And we will keep adding to their game. Staying
As-
aggressive,
Yep.
being consistent. That's what they got to do.
As that's been a tennis broadcast. We'll catch you in the next one, I guess.